I agree with you. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be out for blood. Patrick Mahomes, I need to find a picture on. He been rocking that silly curly hair. Patrick Mahomes came back with a haircut with a little swag the last time I seen him. So I don't know, man. He might fit. He got the number 3 on the board instead of going to Supercuts now. So I think Patrick Mahomes may have something to prove, man. He tired of y'all talking about Josh Allen and Lamar. He said he beat these guys all the time. You know, he tired of hearing about all these other guys who are supposed to be the elite quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. It's Patrick Mahomes, man.
Yeah.
Up and welcome back to Cover 2 with BeeWoo. Earl knows it all, man, and it's a beautiful thing. Football season is fastly approaching it. Y'all know we do this every year. We give you our preview for the upcoming season, and BeeWoo, it's been 4 years. This is our 4th time doing this, man.
Yes,
time flies.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 4 years, and it's been a year.
Yes, sir.
Been learning a lot of things about Matt Ryan and your love for him, and
Look, BeeWoo is in regular season. Some would say postseason for him already. He's already invoked the name of Matt Ryan.
Hey, but no, for real, it's been a great 4 years.
Yes, sir.
This is usually when we kick it off, and get things started. Week before Labor Day, weekend footballs is in the air.
Yeah, man.
College football, you can smell the pumpkin in there,
right around the corner, man. And so, I guess for the past couple weeks, but up until February, man, the first week in February, every weekend, if you're a football fan, you're gonna get your fix. And the only place to come is right here with Cover 2, BeeWoo. Earl knows it all. We got you covered, man.
Got you covered.
And specifically for some of y'all Falcon fans, man, y'all can check out our new show. We heard some of the people talking about the Falcons. We're so close to the Falcons, and as you can see, we're recording live from the Benz Dome. We decided to give y'all an exclusive show just for the Falcons. If you're not a Falcon fan, we know there's some haters out there. You can check it out too, but it's called Bird Talk. So each week, we're going to get on there and talk about, what happened with the team, what's going on as far as the games, decisions that have been made. You may see some content like we dropped our first episode talking about the greatest Falcon team of all time, man. Who's the greatest Falcon player, Matt Ryan, of all time?
It was a great show. I'm glad Matt Ryan's name wasn't mentioned a lot.
No, man.
It was a great show, very informative with Brother Wallback.
Yes, sir.
And it was a good show, very entertaining. Mm-hmm. Gave you a lot of Atlanta history in that show.
It did, man.
Things I didn't even know about.
I learned some things too. I learned some. So it's good to have some people that have seen every season that the Falcons have played, man. Me and BeeWoo, we're in our 40s, so we seen enough of them, most of them, but it's, about 20 years of Falcons history that we didn't see with our own eyes, so you got a chance to hear that. And what we kind of want to do with that show is bring on some Falcon fans. It's going to be a show for the fans, so if you're upset and you want to vent, put your comments in there, man. We may even have you on the show, a little split screen action if you like, to talk about what you think about the team. So, man, stay tuned to that, man. We got that coming down the line. Make sure the only way you can see it though is right here on the Cover 2 feed. Is hit that like button and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe.
Man, what you waiting?
I think we around 200 subscribers, man. I'm gonna set a challenge, man. We at 200 subscribers. I think we can get to 500 before the season though.
Man,
we give y'all some great content. We're gonna give y'all even more this year. And I think you should tell a friend, man, and tell a hater, tell whoever, man. We're gonna keep doing it for you. So the 2025 season, BeeWoo, is fastly approaching, man. We both family, man. We have a lot of stuff to do. Well, let me not speak for you. Your kids grown and stuff, but I have to chase the kids around and stuff too, man.
Hey, best of luck to you.
So I haven't had the chance to kind of really dive into all of it, but this is when we, in preparation for the show, you kind of get a chance to look at some preseason games, kind of read some of the stuff that's going on, hear about some of the teams, and we're going to talk about what the top storylines are that we think anyway, and you guys can comment as well. Tell us what you think of the top storylines for this 2025 season. You can probably see somebody picking up who wants to speak. He wants to talk, so we're gonna go ahead and let him speak, man. Go ahead, man. What do you want to say to the people? and this is Mr. Elijah. You may have seen him on like Father Like Son. Who are you a fan of, man? Who's your favorite football team? The Falcons. Okay,
my nephew.
Lord have mercy, man. I blame this heartache that he's about to find on his uncle. Who's your favorite player on the Falcons? You can't think of one right now. You like Bijan, right? The running back? Okay, Bijan is a good player too, yeah. But all right, you said your hellos. You got anything you want to add before we let you get back to it? What you got?
Make sure you subscribe to like Father Like Son.
Oh, we got cross promotion here, man. A man after my own heart, man. Thank you so much. So make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. All right, we're gonna let you go, man. We appreciate you coming through. Yes, sir. And we're gonna talk some Falcon talk. You may pop back in then, okay? But as far as the big storylines, BeeWoo, the first thing I want to talk about, of course, you know, if you've been watching this show, I'm I guess Baltimore Ravens. I say fan, man. I like the Ravens. I like Lamar Jackson, man. Listen, hold on, man. You know, the beauty of, you know, my heart is so big. I got a lot of space for a lot of different teams.
Here we are to an early start again this year. It's going to be the Ravens. It's going to be the Eagles.
Listen, man.
Which one is it going to be?
I can't go wrong, man. I mean, my Eagles won last year.
Which one is it going to be?
I got to hedge
Ravens or the Eagles?
I'll put it this way. I'm gonna put down a disclaimer. I'm going to plant my flag. This year, I'm riding with the Ravens, man. My guy Jalen Hurts is one. And I'm riding with the Ravens, but I got a question for you. Do you think is this the year that Lamar Jackson has to do it? Because I think a lot of the talk is like, man, is he ever gonna get over the hump?
Man, you know, as we was getting ready to do the show, I was thinking about that and what I was gonna say. Yes, this is definitely the year that Lamar Jackson has to get over the hump. You have Derrick Henry there. I mean, the window is closing on Henry.
Yeah,
you know, so
he had a great year, but he's on the wrong side of 30, as they say.
So I mean, this is definitely the year you have to get it done in Baltimore. Because I don't see, you know, many more chances at, you know, with the team getting younger and, you know, them wanting to still put the type of players around, you know, to get the job done. So this is definitely the year.
Yeah, and the reason I kind of thought about that too. So, you know, me being, you know, the Baltimore Ravens fan that I am, I was out and about last week and I had on some of my Ravens gear, man. Had a little hat on, and I surprisingly enough kept bumping into Ravens fans. I was like, "You a Ravens fan, man?" I said, "Yeah, today I am. Yeah, I am." And they said, "Man, Lamar got to do it this year." I said, "You know, I kind of feel you." So in Atlanta, people are saying that. People from Baltimore who here or just fans of the team are saying that. So
it's got to be the year, man. I mean, time is of the essence. You know, it is time to get it done, man. I mean, you know, you had so many chances, you know, that we were thinking that, okay, man, they're gonna get it done. Then they brought Henry to go back to that.
Yeah.
They brought Henry in last year, and you thought they would get it done. And just, you know,
it's been the playoffs that's kind of killed them, man. They matched up against Buffalo last year. Another team that we can talk about too is their window closing. You know, people thought Lamar should have won the MVP. Josh Allen wound up winning it, and they went in there, and Lamar, it was I guess you want to say rough first half. After that, he kind of bounced back, but they lost on some, you know, the game could have went either way, but, you know, they came up short again, and that's kind of been the story. Same thing against the Chiefs the year before in the AFC Championship game. So, you got to get over that hump. You got to kind of be able to, you know, beat the odds and maybe the ball. I'm believing, as a Ravens fan, I'm believing the ball's going to bounce their way this year, man. And it kind of has to, because at some point, Harbaugh's been there for almost 20 years, so they're going to start making some changes, man.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking at. Yeah. You know, when you talk about who is window closing on faster, I have to say the Ravens. You know,
now you last year because you said Buffalo, you were like Buffalo.
Well, I mean, but they do the surgence of Josh Allen and winning MVP. That gives you a little more, you know, leverage,
Yeah,
leeway, a little more time, sort of like Lamar did last year.
that's true.
They did some things with him to, get him, in there, and then, when they get you in there and you don't come out in first place, then
Yeah, it's kind of it's deflating to the whole, because it's such, football is 18-week season now, and you go through the highs and the ups and downs, and that's why a lot of times when teams get to the playoffs or get to the Super Bowl and lose, they fall all the way back because it's such a tough mountain to climb up. So
tough mountain to climb up, man.
It's rough, man.
And that's where my take is on that. Is just like, we done all this, we build it up, and then we was expecting it to be
pay off for it.
Yeah,
we giving you the weapons you got, now what we gonna do. And like I said, this year I think they got to step up and do it, man. And I think we'll see our picks in a few minutes, man, as well. So I may surprise some of y'all with some of the picks, because we'll see where I got the Ravens and Buffalo. But I kind of agree with you. I think just it's more pressure on Lamar this year, I would say, than Josh Allen. But there's a lot of pressure on both of them to kind of make that next step and get to the Super Bowl, man. Also, we want to talk about the new faces, or old faces, excuse me, in new places, man. A lot of guys, almost too much to mention, but we're gonna go through some of the highlighted ones, man, and kind of say what we think. Will we see success from these guys? Are they washed up? What's going on? The first name on my list is Aaron Rodgers, man. Going to Pittsburgh, he kind of held Pittsburgh hostage the whole offseason, but I guess he finally showed up. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. Aaron Rodgers kind of had a, not non-Aaron Rodgers type season last year with the Jets, but as we say, the Jets never do nothing to win. So maybe that was just on them. You think Aaron Rodgers can come in and make a difference in Pittsburgh this year, man, and make some noise with them? They got DK Metcalf over there too. They added Jalen Ramsey. Oh, I'm not selling you on this. They got a lot of guys over there, man. They re-signed TJ Watt.
Man, Aaron Rodgers,
can they do
it? Has been done mentally with football for probably at least the last 3.
Too much ayahuasca.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Too many retreats.
Yeah. So I think he's just going through the trance,
playing it out right now.
Yeah. I think it's a bad move for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
So last year Pittsburgh had Russ and they had Justin Fields. Of course, Justin Fields started out as a starter. They got out to a hot start. Russ came in. They were one of the top teams, and then I think they lost maybe 5 of their last 6 games, and then ended up losing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I don't. Speaking of Russell Wilson, I don't know why they would get rid of him and bring in this circus with Aaron Rodgers, because
Yeah, that was an interesting move. I thought the fact that they had Russ and Justin Fields last year, they were going to maybe use Russ last year,
right?
And then kind of groom Justin Fields to be the guy going forward. But when they let both of them go, I'm like, okay, you're gonna bring in a 40-year-old guy with a torn Achilles and who doesn't look like he is still at that level that you're trying to be to win.
No,
that seemed like a weird idea to do that, man. But speaking of Russ is also a new face, old face in a new place. He's in New York with the Giants, and the Giants have been real bad, man. So I don't know how that's gonna work out for him,
man. And what is DeVito?
They got Danny DeVito. His name, I don't call him Danny DeVito.
Right,
DeVito is his last name.
Yeah. But I don't know, man.
Now they got Josh Jackson Dart, old SEC quarterback. He's been looking good in the preseason. I've seen some Giants fans saying maybe Jackson Dart. Let's start the rookie over Russell. They got Jameis Winston there too.
They got a big quarterback.
They do, man. They do. And Jameis is one of my favorite people, man. He's an entertaining guy. So sometimes he quarterbacking maybe not that great, but sometimes he's entertaining though. But people think Jackson Dart. Some of the Giants fans saying, hey, maybe we see him down the line, kind of like what I just said about how Pittsburgh was going to do with Justin Fields, possibly. But that's interesting pickup.
Back on DeVito again, I mentioned him because when I was watching the game, he was like touchdowns in, maybe 3,
Yeah.
13 for 15,
Yeah.
200 and some yards almost. So, I mean, is you know, Russ, you got, like you said, you got Dart there, you got Winston there.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a crowded room.
It's a crowded room, and you know, man, you know, new face, new place.
You got a coach who probably need to win too. After they let just the organization period, they let Saquon walk. They kept Daniel, and saw how that worked out for him. He wound up getting ran out of there. So so, it's gonna be interesting, man.
It's gonna be interesting. I mean, I like Russ. Yeah, but a guy who I would really pull for is Jameis Winston.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see him, you know, get back at starting quarterback role in the NFL. You know, we give a lot of these guys, you know, multiple chances, and I think he's, you know, probably well deserving of.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know if people watched. I think what Hard Knocks does, like the middle of the season thing that they do now. So last year it was the AFC North. So you kind of got Jameis took over for Cleveland. Good teammate, man. Just the guy who, that seems like that's genuinely him, man. Like everybody loves him.
Yeah,
he's a great teammate. You never hear nobody say nothing bad about him, man. And got to just, you know, tries to build his teammates up, have fun, do all that stuff. So yeah, he's an easy guy to root for, man. Another name, and two of these guys kind of will not switch places, but one of them replaced one of them. Geno Smith moved over to Las Vegas with the Raiders. That's interesting. He's paired back with his old coach, Pete Carroll.
Might do him some good.
Yeah, man. Geno said he didn't write back when they wrote him off. So I don't ever bet against Geno, man. I mean, the Seahawks were a playoff team with him. I was surprised that they decided to go in a different direction. Seemed like Geno had been doing pretty good there, man. But they moved in with Sam Darnold, who I don't know that I believe in Sam Darnold. He had a great year last year with Minnesota, but you know, I don't know, man. I think that may be. I think Seattle may regret that. But yeah, I think Geno in Vegas with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll hopefully can kind of rejuvenate that franchise, man. We'll see what happens with that as well. Justin Fields, we talked about. He's in New York with the Jets.
I'm pulling for you, Jay.
They got Aaron Glenn over there as their head coach too, came from Detroit. So another guy who played for the Jets back in the day. We talked about DK Metcalf. Deebo Samuels is in Washington with the Commanders now. Another big name as well. And then, of course,
that might be real.
I got a theory on the Commanders, though, man. Even though I like Jaden, I'm
do some
foreshadowing.
You know, Deebo might be rejuvenated. You know,
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think that could be a good pickup for the Commanders. You already got McLaurin over there. Now he's kind of fighting to get paid, but that's a good one too for a guy who had a record-breaking rookie year and Jaden Daniels. So you got to give your man some weapons, man. So you know, giving Deebo Samuel over there, that should be interesting to see as well. And then last but not least, Pittsburgh, of course. George Pickens, former Georgia Bulldog, he is in Dallas now. So that'll be, you know, we'll see what happens with that, man. With Dak,
man, I don't know. I don't know, man. But you know, they just can't get right, man.
Man.
That is an organization in shambles.
Yeah,
every year, you know. Are they set up to, you know? It's just like a soap opera every year with them, man.
There's one constant there, man. Jerry.
Yeah. And so, you know, you get the players in and then you don't want to pay the guys that, you know, making your team.
Won't pay Micah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
yeah, man, we'll see. And then, of course, my team, of course, still a team. I'm still going to claim them. The Eagles, they lost a couple guys, too, from the championship team. Josh Sweat went over to the Cardinals, got paid big money. And Milton Williams, another one of the big defensive lineman. He got $104 million from the Patriots. So with the Eagles, and they lost Darius Slay too, who went. The Steelers got a lot of guys, man. Steelers might be all right, man. We're gonna see. They got Darius Slay too. So the Eagles losing a bunch of those guys from that team. That's how it happens when you win. You know, you get guys poached from your coaching staff, from your team. So people want to get paid. So we'll see kind of what happens with some of those teams, man. And that'll lead us into our predictions for the AFC, man, and kind of previewing what we got. We're gonna start with AFC East, man. Now, BeeWoo, we talked about one of these teams already, and you know this team I think has won the division maybe 4 or 5 years in a row now, man. Since since Tom Brady was ruling and he left, they took over and said, we're going to rule now. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills in the AFC East, man. I think Josh Allen, what can I say, man? He's the MVP. They added Joey Bosa. That's another name we didn't talk about on the defensive end. I think they still got Von Miller over there. So, it's going to be interesting to see if they can kind of go. James Cook, another guy with their running game I like. I don't believe in that division. I don't trust the Dolphins. I don't trust the Jets, even though we room for Justin Fields. Got to see what they're going to do before I can jump out there on them. And then I'll never say the Patriots going to win, man. I hope they go 0-17. So, I went with Buffalo, man. Who did you have in the AFC?
So I must put this disclaimer right here.
Already
since I think this is a segment where, the segment is what it is, and it goes back to the Ric Flair reference. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Okay.
So, I mean, we might, I know, typically in sports, you're supposed to, one guy pick one team, you go the other way.
Pick who you
but I just got to be real about what's going on right here. So I'm going to, if we have a difference in who we pick, then I'll speak.
Okay.
And
so
then
you on board with the Bills?
I'm on board.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you said it because the East is like the league.
And the same, sentiments as, I don't see the East being very strong, other than the Dolphins, like you already mentioned. So
we got Tua can't stay healthy, so they won 4 or 5 of them in a row. They're gonna win another probably until somebody proves it. AFC North, I think we may have a different situation here because I went a little outside the box on mine, man. I went with the Cincinnati Bengals, man, with no defense, but Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. And Ravens fans, calm down. I know this is our division, right? But just hear me out. We got the Ravens in there somewhere in the playoffs, but I'm going with Cincinnati, man. I think Cincinnati will win that division. I think this is the toughest division, in my opinion, in the AFC anyway. Now, you can tell me if you got the same thing, or I'm thinking you probably did something different.
So I picked your team.
Okay.
The team, the Baltimore Ravens.
There you go, man.
And they gotta get it done this year.
They do.
Is why I picked them.
Yeah.
So this is the year that you have to, get it done.
Yeah.
And just because you win the conference, but
that's
you
true.
got to be sitting in a nice.
And then get that. Yeah.
You got to be sitting in a nice place.
True.
And
True.
This is what you want to do to
Yeah.
give yourself the extra leeway.
Yeah.
To get there to do it.
Yeah. Okay. I can dig that, man. Now, AFC South, I think we may have the same thing here. I'm gonna let you start off with this one. Who you got in the AFC South, man?
AFC South, I have the Texans here.
Okay.
And it's just a no-brainer.
See what we said about the AFC East. Who else you gonna pick?
Just it's pretty much is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I like what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like the Texans is my
They got a fun young squad, man.
ghost team,
Yeah.
per se.
Okay.
I like the Texans.
Okay.
They are one of my ghost teams.
We kind of thinking alike, man. Because
I like that. I like the
we
Texans.
got some Super Bowl picks in here. I had a pencil, and I said, we'll see if I wrote in the ink. But
I kind of start riding this bus year before last.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot to like. CJ
Stroud. I like Stroud.
Yeah.
I like what Miko Ryans is doing with the team.
Yeah.
It's a fun team. Like
it is, man. It is, man. So we went the same on that one, man. And then in our AFC West predictions, we ain't got to waste too much time on this. Now I seen some people liking the Broncos, but the bad man, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Woo!
Until, like BeeWoo said, to beat the man, you got to beat the man.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to beat these guys, man.
And
you
know what? I think Pat Mahomes is going to play this year with a chip on his shoulder.
Glad you said that, man.
Because
glad you said
I've been hearing some talk this year, this offseason, about he is not really that dude that people try to make him to be.
I kind of heard that too, man.
So I'm like, man.
Like, we was just talking about if they would have won that game. Now they did get spanked in the Super Bowl, but if they would have won it, people would have been trying to say, is he better than Brady?
Yeah.
Is he the greatest quarterback of all time? But you can go from sugar to ish real quick, man.
Real quick.
They went now.
Yeah.
Now the whole season we kept saying, man, they keep sneaking by and winning. I think they only lost one game in the regular season, but yeah, man. I agree with you. I think Patrick Mahomes is gonna be out for blood. Patrick Mahomes, I need to find a picture on. He been rocking that silly curly hair. Patrick Mahomes came back with a haircut with a little swag the last time I seen him. So I don't know, man. He might fit. He like he got the number 3 on the board instead of going to Supercuts now. So I think Patrick Mahomes may have something to prove, man. He tired of y'all talking about Josh Allen and Lamar. He said he beat these guys all the time. He tired of hearing about all these other guys who are supposed to be the elite quarterbacks. It's Patrick Mahomes, man.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna take the West, man. I like them. You can't bet against them. They do it. They show up every year, no matter what, man.
Yeah.
Now in the NFC, we're gonna start with the NFC East. The NFC, of course, you got the champs. My guys, the Eagles fly, Eagles fly. I'm still with y'all Eagles fans, man. I got a team in the East and a team in the West, man. That's what we're gonna call it. In the AFC and the NFC. I picked the Eagles to win the NFC East. I don't see anybody dethroning them. I know they lost some guys on defense. They tried to get rid of the tush push. They hating on my guys, but I think Saquon is still, if not the top running back, one of the tops. He should have broke the rushing record last year if they would have let him play, but I think they understand how to win. They know what they are. They don't try to get too cute. They're not going to try to throw it 50 times. They're not listening to people talking bad about is Jalen Hurts elite, or they're going to play their game, go win, and just do their thing, man. So I like the Eagles in the East, man. And furthermore, I guess there is a team that could challenge them, but I guess we're going to see what you got. Who do you think there's a team that can challenge?
I mean, what they say, court, the defense risk.
Okay, the defense risk. There you go, man. So it is the Eagles, man. Now, some of y'all may, say, the Commanders could be a team to look at. Of course, Jaden Daniels, I got a lot of love for him, but yeah, like I said, I may surprise y'all.
And in my notes, I did have the Commanders. If it was not the Eagles, but it goes back to what I like to say, man. You got to dethrone these guys.
You got to.
And the Commanders are a team to watch, though.
They're battle tested, man.
Yeah,
battle tested. NFC North. Now, I'm gonna say this, man. And I took some flack, I think, last year because I just didn't believe in this team. Because much like you didn't believe in the Falcons when they had Matt Ryan, I don't trust any team with Jared Goff at quarterback, man. That's just the bottom line. So I want to know what the love is, man. I went with the Packers and my guy, Mr. Love at quarterback. I think the Packers will win this division. This was statistically or record-wise was the toughest division in football. I think the Lions were 14-3. The Vikings were 14-3, and the Packers, I think, won 11 to 12 games too. So, is this division gonna be tough like that again? Did you you kind of like Detroit last year? So,
and I'm sticking with my like for Detroit.
Okay, man. Okay,
I think they're still there. They still got a lot to prove.
They do.
And I think they're still hungry. And I think the guys are still bought into the system.
Quinn 2.0. Dan Campbell.
I think they're still bought in. They lost their running back, which was very.
You copping pleas for them too now.
Man, they lost it, and I mean the guy he was doing his thing, man. Like and I retired from fantasy this year, but he put me in the championship.
He's speaking from a personal space.
I mean, when he went down, things really changed for that team. So
Well, I'll say this, man. He wasn't gonna stop Jaden Daniels unless he know how to play like Travis Hunter. And that was a problem in that game when they got beat. Jaden Daniels went crazy on them. The thing that scared me away from them, and I know they had a lot of injuries last year, was they lost both coordinators. They lost Ben Johnson, who's the head coach in Chicago, and he's supposed to be this offensive genius, all of the stuff that made Jared Goff and the running game look good. And they lost Aaron Glenn, we talked about before. He's now the head coach of the Jets. That's a lot to lose. And getting beat the way they did, too. Like I said, sometimes it's tough to climb back up that mountain. So I'm I'm betting on the fact that they the Detroit Lions, man. That's what I'm betting. I'm sorry. I can't bring myself. I'm sorry, Detroit, man. We got kinfolk in Detroit. I'm just saying. They the Lions, man. Y'all had y'all chance, and now it's back to life, back to reality for y'all, man. That's what I think. I don't know. I could be wrong, though, man. I don't know.
We'll see at the end. We'll see at the end of the year how that turns out. But, I took the Lions.
Okay. So Packers and Lions in that one. And then in the NFC West, of course, this is always a tricky one. The West is always a fun division. Now, team I went with was the Rams. I know Matthew Stafford has had, some injury problems, are scared during the playoffs. Preseason, something going on with his back, but they added Devontae Adams, a good weapon. The young guy from Atlanta, Sean McVay, as their head coach. And, he seems to be able just to kind of pull stuff out. And I won't lie, they scared me the most last year when my Eagles was on their run. They played them the toughest. So I picked the Rams in that division, man.
So you picking the Rams wouldn't have anything to do with your dislike for San Francisco's head coach.
I try to make these picks with my head and not my heart, but I didn't pick them last either. So, and I was right last year. So, you know what? No, my wild card picks will show what I think about that, because my first wild card team is actually the 49ers. So,
yeah, I take the 49ers, hopefully for their sake.
So, yeah, I was going to say, do you trust Christian McCaffrey? Because that's going to be the thing, man.
Yeah, for their sake, I was going to say, you got to have a healthy Christian McCaffrey, and they missed him a lot last year.
That's asking a lot. He's kind of deep into his career now. He's been kind of injury prone anyway.
Yeah.
And when they got to the Super Bowl, he was the guy that back they rode. And Purdy, I know, is he's a good quarterback. He's decent, and I know they got the boy genius over there. But yeah, man, I don't know that I trust. I can't put my trust in McCaffrey to the extent that I think they're gonna be able to overcome the Rams. Man, I like the Rams. I think they got a good young team, but we differ there, and I'm never gonna pick the 49ers either. So, it's just that.
49ers, my childhood team.
Listen, man.
So,
49ers should have gave you a lot of heart. They did give you a lot of heartbreak, man, when they was blowing the Falcons out of here. Yeah, man. And speaking of the Falcons, man, NFC South. I thought long and hard about this, but then again, it's like the Bucs have ran this division since Tom Brady was there. And I'm just gonna go with the Bucs, man. Baker Mayfield's picked right up where Tom Brady left off. They shouldn't have won this division last year. The streak should have stopped because, Falcons don't do Falcon things, man. But I think the Bucs got all of the talent in the world still, and they're a tough team to beat, man. So, and they beat up on the rest of the teams in the division. Just struggled with the Falcons last year. So I picked the Bucs.
Well, it goes like this, man. It's going to be left up to Mr. Do-Rag himself.
I was wondering why you pulled that Do-Rag.
It's going to be left up to Mr. Do-Rag himself.
Yeah.
So, I take the Falcons
Whew. Yeah, man. Hey,
win the division and get this thing done this year. Because if they don't, we're gonna be sitting here looking at a whole new system.
The numbers gonna be up for bird talk, though, man. We're gonna have a heck of a show, man.
We're gonna be looking at a whole nother system. So I like the Falcons to get it done. Yeah. Whether it's Michael Penix getting it done, or if we, have an injury or so, and Kirko had to, but yeah.
Old Kirk Cousins. Call him out the bullpen if you need
him.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to pick the Falcons.
You should have.
I wanted to pick, but I let them trick me every year, man. Not this year, though, man. I'm going with Tampa Bay. So there you go, man. Wild card teams. We can start with the AFC. My 3 wild card teams. Like I said, Ravens fans, don't get mad at me. I think we're gonna make the playoffs. I think we're gonna get on a hot streak at some point because they kind of got a tough schedule ahead of them, man. But I like the Ravens. Now, one of my rules is never trust the Chargers, but I kind of like Jim Harbaugh, though. So I chose the Chargers as one of my other teams. And then BeeWoo said these folks ain't going to do that. I told you everybody that added Darius Slay, Jalen Ramsey, DK Metcalf, they re-signed TJ Watt. And I just like Mike Tomlin, man. I picked the Steelers as my 3rd wild card team. I think Aaron Rodgers has enough to get them to the playoffs and then get beat in the first round, probably. Who you have for your 3 wild cards?
So I got the bounce back Bengals.
Okay.
Because they got to bounce back out of that season they started off with. I got the Chargers. Like what Harbaugh is doing out there with the Chargers.
Yeah.
I picked the Dolphins.
Okay.
That's where I don't know why my notes is wrong.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins is going to be my team.
Okay. You mentioned the Dolphins when we talked about AFC.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And my notes.
You trust Tua. Tua is a little.
Yeah, I got the Dolphins as my third team to come in there and finish up this wild card.
Okay. Now in the NFC, I'm about to surprise some of y'all, man. I already hinted at one of the teams. My first wild card team, they may win the division, but I never said they would. I got the 49ers as one of my wild cards. I'm going to stay in the West, man. I also think the Seahawks, even though I don't trust Sam Darnold, I think the Seahawks will win a wild card spot, and I could look like a total idiot with these picks of my wild card, my third wild card team. You'll never guess who it is, BeeWoo. I got the Dallas Cowboys as third wild card team. No Commanders for me. I didn't pick the Commanders to make the playoffs. I love Jaden Daniels, but I think they may crash back down to earth, man.
That's all right, Commanders. I got y'all back. I picked y'all as my wild card team.
Okay.
I also picked the Packers as the wild card team because I don't think they're gonna get to the division win.
Gotcha.
And my third team, I gotta respect them because they won this division a lot, so you can't not lead them guys out. It's Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
In the Bucs.
Okay. There you go, man. Baker Mayfield. There you go.
Yeah.
So we got 2 teams coming out the South.
Got 2 teams coming out the South.
Okay, man.
Got 2 teams coming out the South.
There you go, man. Well, y'all, let us know what y'all think, man. I know y'all gonna comment on this. For me, no Lions, no Commanders. 2 teams that made it last year were very good. No Vikings too. BeeWoo, of course, went with the Lions and went with the Bucs. I guess you done had the Rams, right? So like I said, we'll see what happens, man. It is a science to it, I guess. But you can be wrong in these picks, you can be right in these picks. Who knows, man? You guys stay tuned. Make sure you see what our Super Bowl picks is. We'll tell you that later. If you've been watching this show, you probably know who I'm gonna pick for the Super Bowl. But we'll see. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Now, speaking of players to watch and kind of other storylines, man, we wanted to talk about maybe 5 to 10, 10 players that both of us want to watch. Kind of talk about if it's a make or break season for them. Can they have a breakout season? Is the jig up for them? Are they on the clock? All of this kind of stuff. So just intriguing. Anything that could mean anything, really. All of those things we just talked about. The first guy that I had on my list, we talked about this guy a little bit, and I kind of hinted at it. I had Russell Wilson as my first intriguing player. And the reason I say Russell's intriguing is because we talked about that quarterback room. You got Jameis Winston there. You got Danny DeVito. And you got Jackson Dart, who they drafted in the second round. They seem to like that guy a lot. I don't know if Russ is going – I think he can go one of 2 ways. Russ can be on fire. He can bring the Giants back and, have them looking good, have a connection with elite neighbors, and maybe go ball out. Or this could be it for Russ, man. I don't know how many more stops he's going to get. So, if it don't work here, we may be saying, hey, Russ, you're going to be analyst or something, or, going to Sierra concerts. I don't know. Something. Who knows? That was my first player. Probably, man. Who's one of your players you got, man?
So I do have Penix as one of my players to watch.
Durag, shout it. There you go.
and Justin, are we going to
you can get your second one. Justin Fields?
Justin Fields.
Okay.
I got Justin Fields because I hope he can really land him a home and just, start solidifying his career as a starting quarterback in this league because I think he's very capable, of being one. Chicago was a train wreck for him. And Pittsburgh, really, I don't,
he didn't get a real chance.
He didn't really get a real chance. So I hopefully and the Jets need a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I hope
since Joe Namath. Anyway,
so I hope this can be a start of a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I just remember what you said last season. Nobody care about the Jets. They never gonna be there. Ain't gonna never be there. But like you said, I like Justin Fields and I like Eric Glenn too. So
and we haven't talked about this guy on the show.
Okay.
Travis Hunter. It is to be seen if this guy can play a full NFL. Like, man, this is not college. No. This is not,
he's the big boy.
This is not, the freshman coming in, and man, these guys here is the creme of the creme.
Yeah, true.
So that's gonna be something to watch.
Yeah.
See, can them legs, because I look at them legs, man.
I was about to say, he is tiny too, man.
Like tiny.
Great athlete, no doubt, but that's a beating to put on your body, man.
Yeah, man. So that's gonna be a story to watch, see how that plays out.
Yeah.
If he can even stay healthy enough
to
pull that off.
Yeah.
And then we go down to Carolina.
Okay.
Bryce Young.
Okay.
I gotta look at him and see what,
when he's looking shaky for Bryce, but he kind of last year towards the end of the year looked like he turned the corner. So can he keep? That is one that's kind of interesting to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's a guy to keep an eye out on.
Yeah.
And then I had one more, right?
Yeah.
I got and another thing, because I'm the Atlanta guy.
He got about 17 people watching.
You got to watch all these guys, because Bijan is my other guy.
Okay.
And they've been hyping Bijan, and
y'all heard that right?
Been hyping Bijan since he got here, and he really just hadn't did it for me with that breakaway run that he just
BeeWoo don't like nice things, y'all.
Man, I mean, I just hadn't seen the shininess on this card that y'all.
You rushed 1,400 yards.
I get all that, man.
What you want him to do?
But he had where was the big spectacular breakaway runs? Like none of that. He does a lot of dancing.
He does.
He does a lot of dancing. So I mean, I want to see what does he bring to this Falcon team to solidify this division win that I said they're gonna have. So that's the guy to watch.
Yeah, he's gonna play a big part in that, man. He's
Yeah,
gonna play a big part in that. To round out the rest of my players to watch, I talked about this guy too, Aaron Rodgers. I think the Steelers have enough around him to at least make the playoffs. All right, at least just make me look right on the playoffs, and don't mess up Mike Tomlin's streak of having winning records.
Why he's there. I think that's why he's there.
He working with the people.
I think that's why he's there. Man,
they sent him in on a covert mission to get Mike Tomlin jammed up. So, like I said, intriguing player. It could go either way. So, this is definitely probably his last stop too. So, we'll see what happens. I think he may have some left in the tank, just a little bit. Like, how when that light pop on, I think the light is on for him. That's what I'm gonna say. And he better hurry up and get to a gas station before I run out. Mike Tomlin, I don't know why you went with him, but we'll see what happens with that. Another guy we talked about already, reason I didn't pick these guys to win the division, but if he's good, unfortunately, I think they might be good. Christian McCaffrey from San Fran. He's one of the best running backs in the league. At one point, we could say he was the best running back in the league because he does so much catching the ball, running the ball. But, we'll see what happens with him. And I kind of piggyback on what you was talking about Bijan. I think the Falcons probably need to use Bijan like Christian McCaffrey's been used, throwing the ball a little bit, and he might need to watch Christian McCaffrey because he can juke, but he get the way he gets into too. So I agree with you on the dancing a little bit, man.
Yeah, there was a lot of dance.
This is for all my homies who I don't know who will be my homies, but Drake May from New England, man. There you go, Patriots fan. We only talk bad about y'all. I want to see what Drake May is gonna do because when you got a legend like Tom Brady, they already brought the first guy in there, Mac and Cheese, Mac Jones. He stunk it up. They ran my guy Cam Newton out of town. They say he wasn't good enough. Right after Tom Brady left, is Drake May the guy? They done fired the coach Gerard Mayo. Now, the guy they got in there now. What's my man's name? I'm losing his name. Former Patriots player, man.
Vrabel.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel. He's supposed to be some genius. I don't know how that's the case because I watched him in Tennessee and didn't see too much smart stuff going on. But I guess when he goes to New England, it's all gonna cut on for him. And that being said, Drake May should just blow things out of the water, man. So I'm looking at him to see what's gonna happen. If not, I demand that Mike Vrabel will be fired immediately after the season. If that's the case, then, man, that's what I say should happen. If they don't win the Super Bowl this year, I ain't gonna say Super. They don't win their division. If they don't get to the playoffs, because Drake May's supposed to be so great, top pick. Mike Vrabel so great, top pick. They got Stephon Diggs over there now, great receiver. Everything is set up for this guy to succeed. So let's see what he does, man. And last but not least, and I put this guy out here because he holds a special place in all our hearts. Really, Shedeur Sanders, man. Now, at the time of this recording, Shedeur Sanders is still an NFL quarterback. Hopefully this ages well. I think he's gonna make the team, hopefully, but they playing around with Shedeur, man. So I think Flacco is as old as me and you, man. He's been in the league for 78 years. So I don't know that he's gonna make the whole run. Kenny Pickett done played for 7 teams already, or however many, 4 of them at least. I don't believe in him. They got Dylan Gabriel. Of course, he, quote unquote, played better. He's not an entertainer. He's a competitor, whatever that was supposed to mean. And how does Shedeur, does he have a chance to even get on the field? He got a lot against him, man. He got an owner who came out and said, wasn't my pick. He got a coach who don't want him. But he looked good when he got out there and got a chance to be put in the right situation. So I'm looking at that. I'm keeping a strong look at y'all Cleveland Browns to see how y'all do my man Shedeur, if he gets a fair shake. And I can, watching some of the other content, I see a lot of other people feel that way too, man.
Yeah, so, it's even been said that, NFL players have, got hardcore evidence that, this was a blackmail attempt on,
That's what it's, and so. Man, did Deion make them folks that mad, man? I mean, come on, man. Like, it's a lot of quarterbacks we talk about in this league that I just talked about. Matt Jones, he got another job somewhere, who stunk it up with New England. So it's get a man a chance, man. Let's see what he got. That's all I'm saying. So I'm intrigued to see what he does. Let him at least fail. That's my thing. Give him a chance. See, I mean, he proved that he can win in college with a team that hadn't won nothing. He put them on the map as well. So I'm interested in seeing what's gonna happen with him, man. Now, as we come to the end of this thing, man, BeeWoo, we do this every year. We make our Super Bowl predictions. Sometimes they sure to go wrong. Sometimes you get them right, man. I didn't get it right last year. I had the Ravens and Eagles last year. One of my teams made it, and of course they made it to the championship and won it all. Who do you got going to the Super Bowl, man?
So it's early on.
It's early. It ain't even September yet.
So week 1 predictions.
Yeah. BeeWoo was trying to hedge his bets. He's trying to catapult something.
Week 1 predictions of who will be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Very difficult to do.
Very difficult.
Unless you know it all like I do, man. Because my team,
So I mean, right now, as we sit here, approaching, the start of the season, you have to say the Eagles,
okay,
will be back there,
okay,
and I would love to see the Ravens get in. I would love to see the Ravens get in. I would love to see that matchup.
Okay, feel a bet coming on.
Again, in the words of great Ric Flair, to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
We're gonna get the
and I told you that Pat Mahomes is gonna come in this season with a chip on his shoulder.
I'm not mad at that pick.
He has something to prove.
Yeah.
Because it's been a lot of talk that he's not that guy. Yeah. And I think he's gonna do that, and it's gonna be back on. So I got the Chiefs, man.
Listen, man, if you pick Kansas City, you probably gonna be right. I mean, it's been proven right for the last 5 years, pretty much. They get there every year, man. Either win it or lose it, but they get there. I'm not mad at those.
And like I said, as we sit here, we get a little longer in the season.
And of course, everything is based on health, and all of that stuff too. Of course, if Patrick Mahomes get out there and get hurt, I don't even know who the backup quarterback. For them is. So
he's been hurt a lot, but he
find a way.
He'll still find a way.
Tape it up, get out.
So that's how I don't even know. How these people are doubting him. I think it just goes along with the program of being the baddest man on the planet. And they just fuse some guys.
I think people get bored too, because you just gave us the third time with these two things meeting. So people probably at home, they're like, oh, that again? Like, we don't see them. Yeah. But one of them is won one time, the other one won. So maybe we get the rubber matches, they say. This Tyson versus, not Tyson versus Holyfield. I guess who Holyfield fought 3 times? Riddick Bowe or somebody? The trio. Like, we get a third heavyweight fight, 2 teams that both know how to get there. I feel you on that, man. And
I mean, with the Eagles, is Jalen really who we thought he was? Because this is going to be a
lot of talk about that, man.
This is going to be a test for him too, because the year before they won last year, they was talking about getting ready to run him out of town.
Yeah.
So
it's that's why I rock with him.
Is all that, and I like Jalen. He's a great spirited person from what I see. I don't know him personally, but is that going to seep back in whatever dysfunction they had going on?
They trying to kick it up. I mean, I don't know if you've been following Cam Newton going back and forth with Gilly the Kid, and about who's elite, who not like. The thing that makes me feel comfortable though is Jalen Hurts seems like he is above all of that BS. Like, he just come in and do his job. Yeah, put his Kango on, dressed like he's 60 years old, even though he's 25 years old, and just be cool. like, hey, I'm gonna do my job, man. We're gonna win, or I'm gonna do so. That's what makes me trust them. But like you said, when they were the number 1 seed and then they started losing all them games and got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs 2 years ago, it was looking real bleak for them. People saying, "Can you win with this guy?" So
I just and I look at the Commanders.
Yeah.
I know you say I
don't even got them in the playoffs.
Yeah, you don't even got them, but I just,
you still got Dan Quinn itis.
But Dan Quinn is a hell of a coach, man. So, look what he did with Dallas. And when he left Dallas, look with Dallas.
Lord help us.
Look what he's done with rookie. Look what he's done with, your quarter.
You know what? You ever heard the term they start life on third base? I think Dan Quinn is that guy, man. He started life on third. First and foremost, before anything, he got the Legion of Doom defense. I mean, one of the greatest defenses of all time. Then he got the greatest Falcon of all time as his quarterback, and Matt Ryan, and the boy genius as his offensive coordinator. And now he's been blessed to have, if you want to count Dallas, whatever, man. Yeah. He had Michael Parsons and all of the great players he had over there.
I'm sure he had something to do with picking them guys.
Yeah, whatever, man. Get out of here. I don't trust that.
I'm sure he had something to do with picking them.
And then now he has Jaden Daniels, man. Yeah. I just hope he don't mess Jaden Daniels up. That's why.
How so, Sway?
I don't know, man.
Well, how do you mean we mess him up?
I'm just saying. I don't know.
He didn't mess Matt Ryan up. I think Matt Ryan went an MVP on him, man.
Y'all got to make y'all mind on that, man. That's for bird talk, though, man. We'll get into that, man. I'm gonna give y'all my picks as well. Now.
Go ahead. I really feel that if there was
so that's your dark horse.
That was another team.
Okay. I'll be honest. The NFC was the toughest thing. Well, both of them was kind of tough, but even though I'm an Eagles guy, it's hard to repeat, man. And I was trying to think, okay, what might go wrong or what could go wrong. Or sometimes when you win, people get a look.
I mean, I just look at these quarterbacks now, man. They are so much more advanced.
Yeah.
And they
hold on, man. It sounds like you finna try to crap on my boy. Hurt,
man. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm actually saying, he probably is the head of this new generation is coming in ready to play. Okay. So I mean, that's probably the start of what we're seeing now. Yeah. When you see these, your quarterback now don't need to sit
Oh no, get him out
No
there.
more. They ready playing.
Yeah.
They're coming in.
He got Carson Wentz right about the paint, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Ravens and Eagles for me, man. Ravens, Lamar, you got to do it this year.
I would love to see that Super Bowl.
Got to do it. I'm going back with that one again, man. And I don't think it's a team. If there's a team in the NFC, and I hate to say this, I'm not gonna say that. Matter of fact, I'll say I just changed my mind. A team I did have penciled in was the Packers. Just something about the Packers. I like Love, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Packers could not make the playoffs altogether. So who knows, man? But I just think it's something there with the Packers, man. I was about to say 49ers, but no. Man. So yeah, I got Eagles and Ravens. Sometimes you can overthink this stuff, man. Just go with the teams who seem to be the best teams, got the best quarterbacks, got the best players, best coaching. That's what I go with too, man. So you guys comment, tell us who your predictions are for playoffs, teams, guys you like to watch, who's intriguing to you, and of course, who your Super Bowl picks are. This lives on for forever. 1 year BeeWoo picked the Cardinals. I don't know. I probably picked some crazy teams too. I can't remember. I get to edit the show, so
right. Yeah, exactly. And if I picked the Cardinals, they were probably looking very promising.
Yeah, this was back when Kyler Murray was on the come up, man. Cardinals could be a dangerous team this year too, man. So it was the beginning of the Kyler Murray era. But just to say, hey, it's tough to pick this thing at the beginning of the year, man. Like we said, so you put your predictions in the comments too, because we're gonna come back to them at the end of the season. So well. When y'all try to say y'all was wrong, who did you pick? Look in the comments and see what y'all got too, man. So, BeeWoo, the season's about to start, man. It's a beautiful thing. We locking in until February. It's the most wonderful time of year, man. Football is back. It's a great thing.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir, man. And y'all know we like to tell y'all, like we said, subscribe to the channel, like this video, turn your notifications on, and make sure you tell a friend. And who else need to tell BeeWoo?
Tell a hater.
And with that being said, we are out of here. Happy football season. Let's get to it, baby. We'll see you guys later. Make sure you check out Bird Talk as well, man. We got some great stuff coming for you on this channel also. So we'll see you guys soon.